Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Lessons with Lindsey Live. It is me, Lindsey A of VA, and I appreciate you guys coming back for another week with these lessons. Now, today's guest is my very own real life, in person sister, and I'm gonna let her tell you about us, but she dope. Everybody say hello to Miss J. Brenae.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. How is everybody doing out there?
Yeah, hey girl.
Hey, girl, hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yes, you are welcome. Please tell the people who you are and what you do.
All right. So I'm Brenae. I am a bridal makeup artist here in the Hampton Roads area. I have been doing makeup for about 13 years. Although I love doing makeup, I have ventured off into another avenue, which is helping other makeup artists in the form of mentoring and coaching, helping them establish their businesses and build a strong foundation to increase revenue and just have a successful business.
Yes, I'm loving it. I'm all here for it. Now, personally, I have had a front row seat to the transformation, the journey, and everything else. But please, let's tell the people, let's go back.
Okay.
What got you interested in makeup? Like, how did you get into makeup in the first place?
Because I could beat my own face. Okay. That's how that started. I never wanted to be a makeup artist. I never set out. It was never a dream, a goal, an ambition. It is something that literally just happened. I was a single parent. I love makeup. I got into that whole MAC trend that was going on where you had to have the MAC makeup. And I had a lot of it, and I could do my face well. And I guess it was well enough to the point where other people would want me to do their face. So I said, okay, let me give this a try. And a hobby turned into a business. So here we are.
Yes. So what was that shift though? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the shift from a hobby to a business. What did that look like and what was that moment? How did you identify it?
Well, like I said, I had a multitude of MAC makeup that I used on myself. There comes a point when you realize that there are very different people, various complexions, various face shapes, various features and characteristics. You cannot use the same product on everybody. You have to start purchasing things like foundations, eyeshadows, skin prep items. That began to cost money and add up. Doing it as a hobby, you don't really have like a price list or you don't charge people what you probably should. So it became something like, okay, I can't continue to keep spending this money out of my pocket. At some point, I have to not necessarily profit, but at least break even with the stuff that I'm buying for the services that I'm providing. So at that point, that's when I started looking into the business aspect of makeup artistry.
So like you said, a lot of people don't come out the gate with, I'm gonna make this a business and do all the things. I mean, now they do as far as like makeup artists goes, because not everybody's a makeup artist, but there's so many more people that are makeup artists now than 10 years ago, any amount of time, honestly. So what made you realize, as far as business goes, you had to be more strategic about how you went about things? What was that? And what made you think I should make this a thing as well, like the business side of beauty? What was that transition like?
So the business side of beauty came years later, but that came about because, like I said, when I started doing the makeup, it was a hobby. I knew nothing of the business side. As far as what's required to start a business in the state of Virginia, as a makeup artist required to be licensed to perform makeup services in the state of Virginia. What do I need to make sure I'm upholding myself in a legal manner as far as taxes are concerned, as far as business licenses are concerned, and things of that sort. I knew nothing. It was other people in the industry that I looked up to, that I reached out to for help, but I wouldn't say I got a cold shoulder, but I didn't get help either. So once I did gather the necessary information and I started doing the work, I was determined to help the next person because I know what I went through when I first started. So I said, well, if I went through it, then I know other people are going through it. So let me go ahead and set up a system or a program, if you will, for people who can benefit from those services.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the shift in community as far as it goes, being a makeup artist, finding other makeup artists or people in the beauty industry. Do you feel like there's been a shift in the industry for better, for worse, and where do you think it is now, and where do you think it should go?
Um, yeah, I would definitely say there's been a shift in the industry. The way I look at it is there are two people in this industry. There are people who do makeup, and then you have people who are professional makeup artists. So at that point, first you have to find out which lane you ride in and differentiate between the two. Once you know where you reside, then that's how you proceed. I am a professional makeup artist. The people that I help are professional makeup artists. Those are the people that I seek out. I mean, I take nothing away from people who do makeup. Everybody does not want it to be a business. Some people do want it to be a hobby, and that's fine. But I know that since I started doing makeup in the 13 years, there have been a lot of changes. And there are a lot of people who come out as makeup artists. So it's a need for what I do to help them get to where they need to go, to help, I'll say, keep the ship going in a good upward trend, if you will.
Yeah, I like it. I support it. I think that's important, especially now, because in the makeup artist world, there's a lot. Well, the beauty industry. Let me rephrase that. There's a lot of women, and the stigma about working with other women, collaborating. And I've seen you work well with so many women in the industry, and so I'm wondering, did you all just like come together and be like, look, we're gonna be friends, we're gonna make this thing work? Was it a kumbaya moment? How did that even come together? Because it's like a network that you all created, and I think it's awesome.
So, as it's been said, how we roll, we don't wait for an invitation to the table. We create our own. So that's kind of what we did essentially. When it comes down to it, there should be no competition because we all have the skills to get the job done, but we all have our own signature way of doing it. We have our own niche, our own lane, our own clientele that we want to service. So in it, we all do the same thing, but at the same time, we can also always help each other too. So there are some of us who have come together, and it's not like we have a clique or anything because anybody is welcome, basically. Right. But I know that if I need to lean or if they need to lean, we all have each other to lean on. It's definitely no competition over here.
So what do you think has been like the defining moment of your career in the beauty industry? Like what was your like big, I'm out here. I'm out here in these streets. Like people know who I am.
When I first started the beauty side of business, I to this day I really have not advertised it. I don't post about it on social media. Yet and still I have clients. People are always inboxing me. People are always emailing me. People are always coming to me for services. Not just people in the beauty industry, but just people in general. Because of what I know and the information that I have provided. I know that if I were to put it out there, it would probably get big real fast. But I'll be breaks. I ain't quite ready yet. Still working some things out. But when I had those people coming to me, it was like, wow, okay, this can really be something,
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I knew way before you, okay? Because when I was trying to get out here in these streets and people know my name, I was Jelana's sister. I was, oh, you do makeup. Oh, that's your sister. Oh, I know your sister. She did my makeup for my wedding, for my baby shower. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm Lindsey. She dope too. But you've been out here for so long. People have known you for so long. And you, like you said, 13 years, that's not easy. And especially with something like makeup, especially anything like beauty, it's a constant transition. It's a constant evolution. It's a constant, this is trendy now. This is trendy now. This is trendy now. How do you stay up to date? How do you stay current?
Education. Investing in my craft, investing in my business, investing in myself. When I first started out, I was scared to spend money. But the saying goes, scared money don't make no money.
Hey.
Very true. The moment I started investing in my business is the moment my business did a 180 because it didn't come back around because I'm still making money.
Right.
So it was a mindset shift though. You have to get your mind in a space where you have to sit down and you have to brainstorm. Where do you want to go? What kind of revenue do you want to bring in? How many clients do you want to service in a certain amount of time? You have to set goals. I set goals per quarter. um, realistic goals, stuff that it might seem a little far-fetched, but as long as I have a plan and I follow that plan to a T, I'm going to reach my goals. I had a goal set for the last quarter. It's just a monetary goal, a revenue goal, and I met my goal, so now this quarter I doubled that goal. I mean, it's a little challenging. I like a challenge, but I also know that it's very possible as well.
Yeah. And let's talk about that because that's important. And that's a part that people miss. Yeah, you set the goals, great. But what is the plan? How are we going to get to said goal? You can't just be like, this is my goal. And that's that. What steps are we taking? And by when? You have to make a plan with dates because dates hold you accountable. If not, then you just kind of out here doing things and then you miss the goal and you're wondering why, but you're not strategic. That shift in mindset is important in business but also in life because you have kids, have a job, have a business, have dogs, have me. You got you got a lot going on. So how do you balance that with meeting your quarterly goals, with having your clients? What does that look like? What is your day-to-day?
I operate off of a planner, a daily planner. And I also use my Google Calendar. I have things planned by the hour. So yes, I work full time. Yes, I have kids who have extracurricular activities. Yes, I'm a mom and a wife and have to do things around the house. Balance is important. I won't sit here and say that it does not get overwhelming sometimes because it does. But I know that I have goals. Like you said, my goals have dates. And in order for me to be able to achieve my goals, I have to have some sort of system in place. I cannot work without a system. I am a very routine kind of person. So when my routine is broken, it just is. So I have things planned by the hour. So every day between the hours of 8 and 9, Monday through Thursday is power hour. And that's where I respond to emails, send contracts and things of that sort for my clients. Friday and Saturday, that's servicing clients. Sunday is my day. That's my time to rest, relax, reset, and get ready for the next week. So that helps. I have a list of things that I want to accomplish on each day. Sometimes things don't get accomplished. So you take that one item or two items that didn't get accomplished and you put them on the list for the next day.
Right.
Don't think because it didn't happen that it's not going to happen. Now they become the priority for the next day because you didn't get it done when you said it was going to get done, but you have to make sure it gets done.
Right.
One misstep could be the make or break point in you reaching that particular goal that you set.
Yes. And also with these to-do lists, I make one in the morning, all the things that I know I have to do. And then I also make one as I go because sometimes as the day goes on, other things pop into my head. Like, you know what? I need to get this done too. It might not be a to-do list for today, but it's just things that I have to be aware of for my tomorrow's to-do list or next week's to-do list or whenever. I can write it down in my planner and then I know it's there.
Yep.
My mind goes too fast and there's too many things happening in my world that I can't not write down all these things that I have to do.
Right.
But making sure that you prioritize is top priority because you don't want to waste time on things that aren't going to serve you today.
Absolutely.
It needs to be done today.
Right.
And that can wait till tomorrow. Cool. Next day.
Right. And not only that, you have to be able to multitask.
Yes.
You have to be able to multitask. So I might be talking to somebody on the phone, helping them with a problem as far as coaching and mentoring, but I'm also still doing my thing at the same time. And I tell people that I mentor and coach, my phone is always open. And now after a certain time, I'm not going to respond. But when I do, so go ahead and send whatever your question is or your concern is, send it, text it to me. Right. And when I see it, I'll respond. It might be 4:00 in the morning, but I'll respond,
Yeah, I caught myself today. I was about to say I'm always available. And I'm like, oh, wait, I'm not. Right. But you can still reach out and I will make time to respond or to do whatever it is that you need me to do. Don't let me lie to you and tell you that I'm always available because I am not. There is time where I'm available and there's time when I'm not. And whether I'm working or for me, it's my time.
Exactly. And you have to make time for you above all else because nothing that we mentioned that we have going on in our lives, businesses, families, anything will function like it's supposed to without you.
Yes. That is the biggest thing. You have to take care of you first. I said it on the motivational Monday. You can't treat everyone else better than you treat yourself.
Exactly.
It doesn't work because you're gonna eventually get burnt out. You're gonna start resenting people for just being
Yeah.
themselves. They looking for you to do what you've always done.
Yeah.
And you're like, why are you always asking me for help? Because you're always available.
Right.
Because you always put yourself out there. Because you always overextend. That's what they're used to.
Right.
The people who are supposed to stick with you will always adjust to your boundaries because they know that you're growing. They know that you're evolving and becoming your best self and taking that time for you. What was that like for you? When was that moment where you're like, you know what? I need to do more for Jelana so that everything else falls into place.
When Rona came about in 2020, it was a aha moment, I guess you could call it. It was like, okay. And things, a lot of things came to light. You know, I could see a shift in friendships. I could see a shift in my life, the way I was doing things. I could see a shift in my business. And it's like, okay, all these shifts brought about positivity. And I said, I have to keep this momentum going. I had to re-establish some boundaries, personally and professionally.
Yeah.
Definitely reestablish boundaries and understand that things such as the word no is a complete sentence.
You taught me that.
Right, and not feel bad about it. And enjoy my peace.
Right.
You know? Enjoy my peace, because if you bring something to me and I feel like it's negative or it's gonna change how I feel, change my vibe, it's gotta go. Respectfully.
Yeah. Depart from me. Thank you. But that's real. And it's real to reestablish boundaries. Sometimes people get comfortable. Even your friends, even family, even people who've known you your whole life, they get comfortable in what were your boundaries or who you were, that they don't even realize that, like, okay, you kind of disrespecting me now. Now you're kind of crossing a line that I'm not comfortable with. And even if you had boundaries, you can always create new boundaries. Like, yeah, back then I would have accepted it up to here. Now don't cross me right here or we have problems. You know, you can establish new boundaries at any point in your life. It doesn't have to be my boundaries from 5 years ago. No, today you have new boundaries.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with reevaluating yourself or the situations that you encounter.
Right.
You know, sometimes you do have to take a step back and say, okay, this happened or this keeps happening. What am I doing, or what can I change to prevent it from happening again? What can I do to take myself out of this situation, or to get a different outcome?
Right. If you're not happy with it, change it. You have to. You have to do that for you. Speaking on the pandemic and talking about it, how did that shift your business? Like, and how did you have to adjust and adapt?
Well, it shifted it in a way where I was not doing a lot with clients in the face-to-face aspect, but I was able to do a lot with coaching and mentoring. I was able to create some digital items that I sell to give me residual income, monthly income that basically helped me double my revenue. So now that I have the residual items, I have a couple of ebooks in the works. I have templates that I sell. I have lashes, you know.
Yes.
So that's what I did, you know. Like Janita says, you have to know how to pivot. And that's what I did. And for a minute, I almost said I can just do this and not worry about taking clients, but I love my clients. So I'm taking clients. But that was another aha moment. I was like, okay, all this time I could have been doing something else, bringing in additional income. But this pandemic, I know not just for me, but for a lot of people, you learn a lot about yourself.
Yeah.
People during this time. I guess it kind of took me out of my comfort zone, but it also showed me what I was capable of. So it wasn't all a blessing in 2020, but I would say that 2020 was one of my best and worst years.
Agreed. And I feel like a lot of people feel that way. There was a lot of things happening, but I feel like because time kind of slowed down, you didn't have anywhere to go. I mean, like, people were still working and everything, but at the end of it all, you weren't exposed to as much. It was quieter.
Right.
And everything was slower. So you had nowhere else to focus but on yourself, but on your surroundings, the things that you could control. And it's like, I don't really like this. I don't really like whatever. Or I do enjoy this. I like baking. I like doing, like, people found new hobbies and new career paths. People started businesses just because they were doing things to help, whatever. It did a lot for a lot of people. And if you didn't get anything out of it, I mean, that's okay too. Because some people, all they could do was survive.
Mm-hmm.
And that's completely understandable, because who's ever been through a pandemic before?
Exactly. Whoever thought we would be in the midst of something such as this? Whoever thought that in 2021 we would still be wearing masks?
Can we talk about it? Because I'm tired, okay?
My lip coat to show. I like to wear lip gloss. And when I have on my lip product with that mask, I got to walk around like this.
Oh. How do you do that, though? How do you PPE in a full face? Like, do you got tips, tricks that you can share with the folks?
I put my makeup on just as I would without a mask, and I just use disposable masks instead of cloth masks so I don't mess up my masks, and throw it away, basically. Because if I'm wearing my lipstick and it get on my Old Navy mask, I'm gonna be mad. But my Amazon mask, if it get up there, it's fine. I mean, because if I'm going somewhere and I want to be with my makeup, I'm going to do my makeup. I'm not gonna let the mask stop.
Yeah.
Or I have the little shields, the clear shield, so you can still see,
the whole face, get the full look.
All of this.
What do you feel will be Jelana Brenae in the next 5 years? What does that look like?
You really want to know? So I am going along the path of full-time makeup artistry. That is my desire. 6-figure income, that's with clients, that's with residual, that's with coaching, that's with mentoring, that's with everything. Yes, this is where my passion resides. This is my purpose, because my purpose is not just to do makeup, putting makeup on people, but it's the ministry in it all, the coming in contact with people, the conversations, the intimacy of it. I love what I do, but I love people more.
Mm-hmm.
It helps when you come in contact with people, and people sit in your chair and you don't know what they have going on within. But just a simple makeup application, a conversation, laughing, crying, praying, counseling, advising, whatever the case may be, because I have done it all. You never know what impact you might have on somebody, or what that little simple gesture can do to help them. You don't know what the reasoning is. I mean, everybody's not forthcoming, and that's fine, but that doesn't stop you from doing your part to help that person. You don't have to know everything that's going on to be impactful.
No, seriously. And you all that are in the beauty industry, y'all have a different kind of power, because you make people feel good about themselves, whether it's getting your hair done or getting your makeup done, getting microbladed or plastic surgery, any of those things. It builds confidence. Like you said, people sit in your chair and sometimes they just let it all out. I know people go to the beauty shop. That's their therapy.
Right.
That they go to feel good. They go to vent about people that their hairstylist has no idea who they talking about, and leave with a weight lifted off their chest and their bundles flowing. Okay, and then they off to the races. Now we out here in these streets. But people in the beauty industry, y'all are therapists. You help people, you make them feel better about themselves, and whether it's just for that day or they never forget that moment for the rest of their lives, it's impactful, like you just said. So it's important. Like, when you feel like, I don't know if I really want to do makeup or this, that, and third, I want to help people, you are helping people. Mm-hmm. That simple application, like for you, you do this in your sleep. You could be the face with your eyes closed, probably. I wouldn't put it past you, but you have no idea how that person feels when you hold that mirror up to their face and they look at themselves. Like, you see the shift, you see the glow, and it's not because of the foundation, it's inward. So I think it's amazing. I tell people all the time, I can't do that. That's not me. That's a gift that people have. And even if it's a God-given gift, you still have to hone in on it. You have to hone in on the talent and put in the time and the effort, which is what you have continuously done throughout the years. I remember almost every look that we've done, from me sitting in the bathroom at the house
Right.
with bathroom lights, them 60 watts,
Right.
to coming out to your whole diva domain, little welcome to J Brenae and the special drinks and the good lights and stuff. Like, it's been a journey.
It has been a journey.
It's been a journey. It's been a time, and I've seen it, and I'm always here for it. You're not gonna make me cry on live, so.
Right. I'm about to say, come on, let's bring it back.
Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. This way.
Bring it back.
Back to it though. You have not mentioned the personified businesswoman.
Right.
And I would like to talk about it just for a second. I know this is something that we've done in the past, but I feel like it was very impactful again, very informative, and very necessary. So can we just talk briefly about what it is and what it was and what it may continue?
It still is, though. It still is.
Okay, so let's talk about it.
I spoke with someone about the personified businesswoman. Yeah, was it today or yesterday? And I was explaining to her what it is. So what the personified businesswoman is, it's just a women's empowerment event that I hosted in 2000 and I don't even remember what year it was.
18.
Okay, so it's 2018. But the purpose of the event was to bring together like-minded business women to build relationships amongst each other, to network. Whether the relationship was business or personal, a lot of people desire to have a mentor in business. And I feel like it's very necessary. Because for me, mentoring and coaching is two different things.
Most
Coaching
definitely.
is something that somebody pays for. Mentoring is something that somebody will do that they're willing to help you because they want to see you succeed. So I did that in hopes that it would bring people together for mentorship, or just to help each other, to lean on each other, and also to make an impact, to let them know, okay, you're on the right path. Things don't happen overnight. You have to put in the work. You have to be willing to invest. Sometimes you got to be willing to take risks because there's a lot of risk involved with running a business, whether it be makeup artistry or boutique or baking or whatever the case may be. It's a risk, you have to be able to take that risk, but just have faith enough to take the leap.
Yeah, I think that what you did was kind of showed other women that it's possible. The speakers that you had, the information that you gave, even like us, it starts somewhere. And I think women sometimes kind of forget about our own purpose and our own passion and like the things that we really want to do with our lives. Like, you didn't set out to do what you're doing now. You settled into it because life happened, but you have to know when it's time to, okay, it's time now to take another step. It's time now to go for what I want and what I need and what I want to be. And I think that showcasing women the way you did, bringing them together, and it was fun, and like it was like I can do any of these things, whether it's like I can sell my own cosmetics, so you had the vendors out there, or I can have a t-shirt line, or I can have brick and mortars, I can do makeup, I can do real estate, whatever, like it's no cap on it. And I think that women now especially are realizing like we fit in any space. Like any space. You can be a plant mom, you can be a cosplayer, you can do anime, like you can do horror makeup. It doesn't have to be just glam beat wedding makeup. I don't even know your someone you follow, someone you worked with or know of who does like the horror and all of the
special effects.
Yeah, thank you. Special effects makeup. Like that's, you don't see Black women doing that, but they do. They're out here. And I feel like now, especially, women are really stepping into their own. They're like feeling themselves. They have this new air, this new confidence. Like, I'm a build at the table, and then y'all can come sit with me.
Right. I don't have time to wait for you to invite me to your table.
Right.
Time you do, I have built 2 tables for myself and the rest of the people that I need around me to sit at.
Right. And if I come to your table, everyone's going to shift their focus to me. So,
Mean Girl Syndrome was canceled.
Right. please come sit with us. You
Mhm.
can. We will teach you all the things and
Right.
hold your hand while you walk through this thing. This new space that women have created is so important, and especially in business, because we've been told so many times that we didn't belong here,
Mhm.
that this wasn't for us, that women didn't do business, but we do business and we do it well.
Very well, might I add.
Exactly. So I feel like when you created a personified businesswoman, it kind of brought that to the forefront. Like, no, we do this. We
Right.
do this in our pumps with our briefcase, making these deals, cashing these checks.
Closing deals, going straight to the bank. You
Oh,
know, my thought with doing the personified businesswoman was I never wanted to do an event just to say I did an event. My purpose with the personified businesswoman was to do an event to leave a lasting impression on everyone who attended. And the feedback I got was amazing. You
still
know,
get
to this day, people still ask about it.
right.
So I want to do it again. COVID kind of put a wrench in some stuff.
COVID came
But
out
I'm in
here.
the planning phases for the next event. My only issue was making it better than it was the last time.
Okay. Hello. I'm here for it. I'm excited about it. I can't wait. I'm gonna be up in there whether I was invited or not. That's what I does.
Yes.
So, okay. Would you, when you talk about mentoring and coaching, right? Are you both a mentor and a coach?
Mhm. Absolutely. Yes, because everybody does not need to be coached. You know, um, the people that I coach are people who are just starting out in the business. They are on the ground floor and they're trying to build up, kit building, building clientele, making goals for yourself, the small stuff that you need for your business, not really the small stuff, but the beginning steps, getting
Mhm.
an LLC, getting the EIN, setting up the business bank account, setting the foundation for a business. So when things come about like this pandemic, like it's a lot of people who just started who, when the PPP came about, they don't qualify for that because they don't have the documentation needed. Let me rephrase that because clearly some people get it that weren't supposed to get it
Listen.
legally. From a legal standpoint, some people weren't prepared. They had been doing makeup and they had a business, but it wasn't a legal business. So
Mhm.
I get them set up in a legal manner, and then we walk through the process of building your business, like a blueprint, for instance, to get you to where you want to go in the business. You might not want to do clients all the time. You might have a cosmetic line, and you want to know how to get that off the ground, how to market it, picking out packages, wholesale options, and things like that. I help with that too. On the mentoring side, you have your business. You know what you're doing. You know where you want to go, but sometimes you get stuck. Sometimes you need advice. Sometimes you need help with an idea. It's just little stuff like that. So I'm always available to answer questions, to assist, to help people look at stuff. Sometimes people come to me with ideas and they stuck, you know. And I'm the type of person I don't have a filter. I'm gonna let you know it sucks. But then we're gonna talk about why I think that it sucks and what we can do to make it better.
Listen, one thing that I know about you, if I know Nathan else, is that you have no filter. And it's not necessarily in a bad way, but just you gonna say what you gonna say.
I'm
And it might hurt your feelings, but it's always for your good. Because I know there's been many times I'm just like, she right, but it don't even matter because she didn't have to say it like that. Like, so just people watching, know that. Know that
right.
you're gonna get the help that you need. And it might not always be in the prettiest package, but it's the
Right,
help that
right.
you need.
Because when you say like that, when you come to me with something, um, right away my wheels are spinning. I don't have to let it stew. I don't have to let it marinate. Because automatically ideas are coming. So I was like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and nip this. It's not even a certain way that I try to say it. If I think it's coming out.
Oh yes,
It's
I know
coming.
that.
Um, and sometimes like, God, that maybe I could have said that a little bit. I could have smoothed it up a little bit, a little sugar on it. But then at the end of the day, you're gonna get the result that you need or that you desire. Just by me giving you, other ways. Sometimes you don't think about stuff in other aspects. You see it's tunnel vision. You see what it is and where you're trying to go. You're not looking to the left or right and seeing other ways you can go to get there, maybe a little bit easier. My motto is to work smarter, not harder.
Yes, most definitely. I'm just saying though. I know how you operate. I know the things that you say and how you say them, and I know now to just be like, that didn't hurt.
Love you though.
Right, and that's what I know, and that's kind of how the other mentors that I have in my life mimic you because it's what I'm used to. Like, no, just go ahead and tell me.
Right. I mean, I would be, I guess, less of a mentor to kind of be, oh, well, Lindsey, no, Lindsey, for real, seriously,
Right.
you really think that's a good idea? And then I'm gonna ask you questions like, why?
Right.
Where are you trying to go? Well, because I want to know your thought process. Because I can't help you until I know what you're trying to accomplish. And then I said, okay, so let's just try this instead.
Factual. So let's go back for 1 second. We got a little bit of time. I just want to go back.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of were brought up in an entrepreneurial setting. Like, it's what we've known for ever.
Ever?
And it's like, I know for me actually deciding like I wanted to have a business, I'm like, oh well, Lord, everybody got a business. What's everyone gonna say as far as like us?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever have that? Like, did you have those doubts and fears? Not necessarily just like with the family, but about business in general. Like when you made the decision, like, I'm not gonna do this as a hobby, or I'm gonna do this as a business. What did that feel like?
Scary, uncomfortable, the unknown. It wasn't so much of what other people would think. It was more so of what I thought of myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the beauty industry, confidence does not come easily. You know, there's a lot of comparison, which we all know comparison is the thief of joy. You know, never compare. What I realized is if I was going to be successful, I couldn't look to the left or to the right to see what the next person was doing. I had to look straight ahead, and the goals I was trying to accomplish, that's what I had to focus on, you know? Because in the beginning, I was like, man, I wish I could do makeup like her. Oh, God, look at them brows. I wish I could do that, you know? But then you have to find your own way, you know, because you don't know what your signature style is what I want to call it. If you're mimicking what everybody else is trying to do, you know, you might do something that just sets the world on fire, you know, as far as makeup looks. I'm aware that everybody will not hire me as a makeup artist. I'm aware that my style of makeup is not what everybody desires, but you know what? I am perfectly okay with that because the people who do hire me, they hire me because they like what I do and they know that I can give them the look they want. Yeah, because I was like, oh my God, I don't have any clients, or oh man, this person went to her and said, you know, now I suggest them. How about you go to this person because you know that glitter cut crease look that you want, that's not me, boo. I can't do that. And I'm not afraid to tell somebody what I can or cannot do.
Yes.
Or about some complex cut crease glitter look, I can't do that. But here's the information for so and so. She's great at it. Go see her. You know.
But that's important, especially in business. You don't want to waste your time trying to appease everybody. Everyone's not your ideal client. Everyone's not you. Some services you can't do or you don't want to do because they're taking too much time and you have 1,000 other things that you can be doing. When you are set in your business, when you know your purpose, when you know your why, you're able to be like, that's not something I do. That's not a service that I offer. And it's not like, oh, I missed out on money. It's, oh, now I have time to focus on the people who really need my help with the services that I provide.
Right.
And that's important because you will waste time out here trying to be everyone's business person or everyone's baker or everyone's beautician or whatever the case may be. You can't. I used to do it all the time making cakes. Like, yeah, I can do that. No idea what I'm doing. Spending 48 hours in a row.
One cake.
One cake. Like, why did you even agree to this?
Exactly.
But when I realized I don't like doing this, I take a long time and I never like the work. I'm not going to keep doing this. That's not a thing that I do.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry, I can refer you out to somebody else. And when you want a 2-tier cake, you can come back and see me, whatever. But it was no love lost. They respected me for not wasting their time.
Exactly.
Or not delivering a product that they didn't ask for. Like if I tell you I can do something, you've seen them, what I asked for, what I got. I don't want to be on the shade room. because I gave you a service that I really couldn't provide.
What you asked for and what you got.
Right. I don't want it. I don't need it. I'm not here for it. But I think that it's important that when you know about business, you stand on it.
Right.
And I feel like with us, we've known about business for a long time. We grew up in it. We've seen things start from nothing and grow into whole big businesses. We've seen our parents start over and stop and start over and stop, or things not work out, and then okay, now we're gonna do this. Do you feel like that kind of helped you
Absolutely.
in the business world?
It showed me that it is possible.
Right.
Look at Lord, I ain't gonna cry. Whew, you can look at anybody and see them do it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at your parents and you've seen them do it,
Yeah,
and be successful at it, it gives you a different kind of drive. Like, you can do anything, because nobody else. Those are the people that you believe in the most.
yeah.
So yes, I absolutely agree.
I had a conversation with a person a while back, and I stated, like, I watched the whole process of
Flash coming off. I'm about to take it off. My own lie.
I watched the whole process of, a business not working anymore.
Right.
And how everything kind of just went away.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also watched the process of it slowly coming back together. You just please get the other one. I'm not gonna be looking at you crazy. Thank you. Look at you. You still cute.
I don't care. Ain't no shame over here, honey.
But I feel like when I realized, oh, this is the worst it could get.
Right.
Like, even if it's all falling apart, I still got these people.
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll be good. So
always.
At
one point, you'll look back in the rearview mirror and see what was.
Right. And like, y'all remember? Because we do it now. Y'all remember that house? Y'all remember when we was here? Y'all remember we were there? And ... It's when and I think because we, like I said, we saw it firsthand. We saw the build up. We saw it come back down, and then we saw it build back up again. So it's like, when you know the worst that could happen, it's almost like you're fearless. It's like, I know I got people back here. I know I have a support system back here. I know I have a tribe back here. So whether I win, lose, or draw, I got my people. And that's why it's so important to find your people, because you'll need them, because this thing is not easy. At all. Get you a Brenae who's going to tell you like it is. She might hurt your feelings, but she's going to get you where you need to go. Get you pride. And please don't go finding it. These people will find you.
Right.
They will sit well in your spirit. They will make your heart happy. Don't go out here looking for people.
Right. They'll be the people who have you asking, where have you been?
Right. How do you know me already?
Now getting here. I needed you some years ago.
Right. We were supposed to be doing this thing already. But yeah. Look at you. I'm so proud of you.
I'm so proud of you.
Stop. Don't do it.
This is your show. I'm the guest.
You are.
Yes.
You are here on my show.
So who's proud of who?
We proud of each other.
All right then.
Tell the people how they can get in contact with you, and also make sure when you book, you go ahead and ask for those Lindsey lashes, because they out here.
I didn't drop one on the floor, but so I'm on Instagram at I am J Brenae. Facebook, I am on Jelana Brenae's my regular page. My business page is the J Brenae Experience. Yeah, I don't tweet. You might find me on YouTube every once in a while. I haven't uploaded a video since the beginning of the pandemic. But yeah, I'm on all basic social media platforms.
Yes. So that, my friends, is the show for this evening. Jelana, my sister, thank you so much for joining me and all of us. People was out here. I know I can't see y'all comments. I'm working on it. I promise. I didn't send an email and everything. But I saw, of course, your daughter and our mom talk some, hey, y'all. Y'all make sure to tune in next week, where I'm gonna be my own special guest.
Okay.
Some lessons next week, okay? Just me and y'all, and hopefully the comments are working by then, and we can interact with one another, okay? So y'all enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. I just said that. All right, bye. Oh no, wait, what happened? There we go. Bye for real.
Okay.